Hey everyone, it's Crystal here again. It's been some time since my last upload. Over the past year, life has changed in many ways, and I thought it was time to finally sit down and share a little update. Not just about what I've been up to, but about this stage of life that many of us may go through. Last year, I graduated with a master's degree from UCL. Those years of studying abroad and content creating taught me so much. Not only about media and storytelling, but also about how to see the world with curiosity and patience. After graduation, I took a solo trip across Europe. It was a brief pause before returning home. Traveling alone gave me space to breathe, to think, and to quietly say goodbye to a chapter that had shaped so much of who I'd become. When I came back to China, a new stage of life began. One that's no longer defined by lectures or projects, but by choices, uncertainty, and the slow process of finding my place again. Like many recent graduates, I spent quite a while searching for work, for direction, for a sense of where I belong. I explored different options, for example, branding, PR, marketing, roles that weren't exactly what I'd trained for. But honestly, I think most of us have that moment of thinking, maybe I should just find something more practical, something better paid. But every time I tried to picture myself in those positions, something just didn't feel right. I'd be stepping away from the reason I started all this in the first place. The love for storytelling, for capturing voices and moments that mean something. In the end, I realized I wanted to stay close to what I had spent this year's learning: media, communication, and the way stories connect people. It might not be the simplest path, but it feels like the right one. Now I've started my first job after graduation in a new city, Beijing. Everything feels unfamiliar yet full of possibility. Streets to explore, faces to meet, routines to discover. I'm still finding my own rhyme, learning how to build a life that's both grounded and open to change. The good thing is, I've always enjoyed this kind of shift, and I've learned I can adapt to different cities. From London to Beijing, it feels like a moment to step into new possibilities. Sometimes I think this stage, right after graduation, when everything feels both full and uncertain, is one of the most defining times in our lives. It's not always about having everything figured out, but about learning to trust the process, to keep going, even when the direction isn't clear yet. I've come to believe that process doesn't always look loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's simply the quiet moment when we keep moving forward, when we choose not to give up on what matters to us. So that's where I am right now, adjusting, exploring, and learning as I go. If you're in a similar in-between stage, it's okay not to have all the answers yet. We're all finding our own pace. Well, thank you for being here, even after this long pause. I'm looking forward to sharing more. Maybe some travel vlogs, glimpses of life in Beijing, and little stories from the days in between. If you're interested, stay tuned for new updates. And I will see you in the next one. This is your Crystal. As always, bye!